What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hippo Supercoach, and today we're going to be going through the most traded in and traded out players. Going to talk about the best trade targets in my opinion for this week. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So if you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to do so. We are close to the 1K now, or getting close. Gaining a few subs every day. So yeah, if you can subscribe, it would be much appreciated. Anyway, let's get into it. So number one traded in play this week is Taron Thomas. Now I can see why. The break even's quite nice, -29. He looked really good on the weekend. Averaging the 101, so the potential is definitely there. I don't think he can maintain a three-digit average, but I could definitely see him going in the 90 range, which would still be really good for that price. Now, the problem with him is he does have his buy in that last round. Now, obviously, everyone knows that. I personally can't afford to bring in anyone in my team that has that buy round. However, if you are not playing for ranking, you're playing for league, then it might be a good option to grab someone like Taron Thomas because he... obviously you kind of tank that last buy round, whatever, you miss out on a couple of players. You say you field 16, that's okay. But if you're playing for rank, then I think it's a big decision to make if you're going to trade in anyone from that buy round. And I certainly can't afford to do that in my team. But yeah, so Taron Thomas is a great option, but if you're playing for ranking, you probably can't afford to do that unless you're somehow good for that buy, which I don't think many are. Anyway, moving on, Tom Stewart. Now he's the best premium to bring in if you don't have him. Absolute best. He's averaging the 10. What's he averaging? He's averaging 110, right? Or 111. And that's with the score of 18 in that. So you actually look at his average. But if you take that out, I don't know what the exact number is, but it's probably looking around the 112, 113 mark. So he's been really, really good. Really underrated still in the Supercoach community. Like, everyone knows he's a good player, but like, he's been actually crazy good. And 593k for someone who's capable of what he is, it's just a no-brainer pick for me. He won't get tagged, I don't think, anytime soon. Yeah, I just think, Tom Stewart, he's the guy for me that I want to have, to be honest. Next guy is Jack Sinclair, so he's the second best option in my opinion. So we're talking about premiums, Stewart and Sinclair the best. Main reason is they've already had their buy, and the second reason is they're just having great seasons. Now Jack Sinclair's one you probably think, oh well, he hasn't had the best season. That's true. But with Marcus Windhager back in the team, I believe his CBAs went down, like specifically due to that. So that makes it pretty simple. Sinclair, when he's in the midfield, he's not the best scorer. When he's out of the midfield, that's when he can really do damage. And he scored the 125 this week with the 28% CBAs going down from the 61. So if we look at his scoring, do they directly correlate? They do. We got 65, 160, 71, 125. So let's look at his last three, right? And we can actually compare the 65 as well. So the 65 against Adelaide, what happened in that game? Okay, he had a bit more mid-time, 38%. Then he went down to 21%. What did he score in round 10? He went 160 with a 21%. So he's much better on the back line. A couple more games just because. 61% in round 11, played Hawthorn, 71. See, his scores are directly correlated with his CBAs. And then 28% in the last round, and he went 125. So clearly, if he's under 30% CBAs, he's going massive. And I think with the inclusion of Marcus Windhager got 36%. He should push Sinclair's CBAs down a little bit. I think Sinclair went down, he went down like 40%, or 30%. So yeah, Sinclair's a great option. A couple of good games coming up. Went 116, 111, 117 the last year. So yeah, I love the Jack Sinclair pick. I think the price is really, really good for him if you don't have him yet. And like I said at the start, he's already had his buy. So absolute bonus. Now, Ryan Marriage. Look, I probably wouldn't be going early on him, but if you do need a downgrade, he probably is the one. I think he appears to have good job security. 102k, it's obviously basement price. So yeah, I could see why Ryan Marriage would be a downgrade option. But yeah, in terms of if you can avoid it and you don't have to downgrade, then I probably would avoid it. Nat Fyfe is one people are still considering now. I'm not sure how O'Meara affects Fyfe. We do know that Fyfe didn't have many midfield minutes with O'Meara in the team because they were playing forward, whatever. They plan to play Fyfe more midfield, but they're also playing Matthew Johnson in the midfield. So the question is, how can they fit Sarong, Brayshaw, Fyfe, and MJ all in there with high CBAs? I think one of them has to give, and it's probably going to be Nat Fyfe. So yeah, I don't like the Fyfe pick really anymore because O'Meara would demand some of those CBAs. Oyster Mullen, he's injured, so don't bring him in. Doctor, so however the hell long that is going to be, I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't be bringing him in unless you like need a downgrade. But I don't know, he might not even play again this season, to be honest. Lewis Malikan's an interesting one. He just didn't quite go big enough this game. So 69, 70 average if you're rounding. I don't know if I could trust him, to be honest. I really don't know if I could trust him. So yeah, I probably would stay away from him. Josh Fahey, he's been the sub the last few weeks, and he's still a sub risk. So yeah, people, it's pretty clear everyone's desperate for a downgrade option because we're going with guys like Fahey or Fahey and like Malikan even. Like it's pretty dire at the moment. I think Marriage probably is the best downgrade option out of all of them. Now talking about Harry Kimmelberg. Now this is another one where it's a great price, great option, but the thing is his buy round is just so annoying. He has that last buy once again. Now, I think he's the ideal option if you can fit in like a D6 or an F6. He's the perfect one. But yeah, like I said, if you're taking that last buy round, then do it. If you're not, then you're going to have to wait till after the buy. And then Caleb Sarong, another great, probably the best mid-premium this week. Just because he is, he's getting all the midfield time in the world. He's in career best form, no doubt. And like he's really like, he looks like Brownlow ready, to be honest. Like I know Freo probably won't win enough games and Bosch will take votes off him, but he's one of the best players in the competition, no doubt about it. He works so hard around the ground, and yeah, I think he's amazing. I think he's such a great player. But yeah, so in terms of how I would rank all these players, I would go with Tom Stewart as the best upgrade target, and then Sinclair, and then Sarong. So all these guys already had their buys. If you don't care about ranking, you're just playing for league, then Himmelberg's probably is the best option. And then someone like Taron Thomas because of the break even. And then you'd probably have to go with someone like, I'm not sure. Maybe like McRae, I guess, if you don't have him. But yeah, I won't be going near McRae. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I hope everyone enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.